forget that this particular footage was really shocking for its time. If you remember, the Prince and Princess of Wales, Catherine and William, invited the former royals known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to come and look at the flowers that were laid in respect for our late and beautiful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, out at Windsor. Everybody was shocked, if you recall, when this actually happened, simply because, we didn't really expect it. It wasn't necessarily there, was it? The bottom line was people just kind of figured that this would happen separately. And then, of course, as we told you exclusively here on this show, Meghan and Harry felt, validated by the fact that they were remaining very popular with the public over here in the United Kingdom, seemingly because, of course, people were glad to see them. But as I also pointed out, this was a rather unique and special event because nobody wished to be disrespectful. But there were many people in the crowd that, when I was there, that refused to shake their hand or simply looked away. But of course, that's never truly fed back, is it? But the bottom line is now, and I find this incredibly fascinating, according to a very good source, Catherine has no plans for a repeat performance. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. By the way, in the world of politics, I get to meet some incredible people, as you can imagine. The likes of the MP like Jacob Rees-Mogg, Sir Graham Brady, from the 1922 committee. These are all people making historical and political history every single day. But it's fascinating to note that even politicians allegedly don't get on with each other. Over here, the Labour Party leader, Sir Keir Starmer, recently said that he couldn't stand the former British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Boris Johnson. And I wanted to know whether you think this is really good standing in this particular age. Should people be that open about whether they like an individual or not, particularly in moments of power? I mean, we're supposed to look up to these people. Do you think that Sir Keir really could have kept that to himself? Should he have remained private? And even if you don't necessarily get on with that particular person, is it ever a good sign publicly to come out and say, well, I just don't like them? Yes, the same could be said, of course, for this particular breaking world story. As ever, though, let me explain. As I said, on this particular footage, we were shocked to see Catherine and Meghan and Harry and William all coming out there to pay their due respects. But according to a very good source, don't expect anything similar this time around for the coronation of King Charles III on May the 6th over here in the United Kingdom. Now, according to that good source, on a more serious note, King Charles has been informed without a shadow of a doubt from Prince William, alongside, of course, the beautiful Catherine, that they don't want a repeat performance of this. They believe that the public simply wouldn't buy it. And the bottom line is, the other side of it is, as I've been told by that good source, they simply don't get on. Meghan and Catherine tried their best, I'm supposing. We saw them trying to move forward, but Catherine, obviously offering the hand of friendship, was rebuked on many individual occasions. So while, of course, she was happy to pay her respects alongside the former royals, Harry and Meghan, at such a very difficult time, she doesn't believe, firstly, that the public would wish to see this again, but more importantly, that she doesn't want to partake in that. And this time around, Prince William is solely backing his wife. Now, it's fascinating, isn't it, when you think about it, because you have to feel sorry for King Charles. There it is, his big moment, and he's battling all of these family fallouts. But people are saying to me, as this happened before, it happens throughout royal history. Big historical events always bring out, the negatives. It's a big family. The bottom line is, of course, people decide whether they wish to be together or not. But you can understand, given exactly what Meghan has said about the family, and more importantly, what Harry has said about the family, they truly believe, particularly Catherine, that she feels this will be an insult to the worldwide public, particularly the British public, if they were suddenly all to play happy families, even on this historical event. Now, I'd love to know, what do you think to this particular story? Should they put all that aside for the happiness of course, the king? Or do you agree they should stand their ground and, of course, go through the motions, but at a distance? As ever, do let me know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.